As you guys see guys, the CPU is running right now. So this is the way which I've configured. But yeah, this is the installation guys, letting you just know. So post installation, after installing the graphic card guys, this is the CPU guys. As you can see, the CPU frequency is 2.5, but I think it can be improved. See the current memory, which is what exactly it guys, everything is been working. You can literally check out if you need any help. So this is what exactly it is. If you already know. So right now you guys can able to witness, this is the motherboard exactly on the top of it. Let me just open the box. If I would be able to witness anything, I would just like to take those out, take those things. I would just like, these are the screws and additional screws which are required to go ahead and paste it. Anyhow, I will keep it aside for now without wasting the time. Okay, no, I would require the board because I don't want to do it on the table. You know what is the reason to not to do it on the table, right? So guys, letting you know prior before the installation, you know what, this particular setup can go a little longer than expected. So stay tuned, stay patient, have patience on the video. Unless that, like, it would be very difficult for me if I would do it on my own pace, because I don't want to mess up the setup. There you go guys. So this is what exactly the board, I'm keeping it exactly on like this. So now here is the processor installation, where I am actually going ahead and opening the processor box, as you can see over here. Okay, taking the processor out from the box, and here is that particular processor. I am actually taking it for a moment. I'm just pasting it here, right guys? For the moment I am actually putting it over here. Now to go ahead and install this particular processor, let me first open this, and let me just see how I can open. It's very simple guys. You just need to press it. Like, see guys, you know what, these things are very sensitive. If it broke, trust me, you would literally have a problem later at a later stage. See, very slowly, like at a real small pace, you can literally need to go ahead and do this guys. If you mess up, if you make sure if something isn't working, then it would be a huge problem. Okay guys, yeah. Anyhow, so this is the particular processor. Okay, now just go ahead and rotate your particular motherboard like in this particular way. Guys, it is been written that installing the processor, before that remove the cover. You first need to slowly remove the cover like this guys, and keep it aside. Now remember what I am trying to say you. So this is just a clip. This is mandatory to have. This is mandatory to have. You just need to install the processor over here. So where's my processor? You just need to go ahead and install the processor and just put it over here. Put the lid on this. Install the fan. You are done. This particular cover, when you wanted to remove or serve your processor and you wanted to keep it empty, then you literally cover this particular cover along with that. For now, you can just go ahead and keep it aside. Anyhow, let me see guys. I'm opening the processor. This is all exactly very sensitive. Need to be very careful. Slowly touch it. Do not make sure you mess up. Looks really premium guys. You know what, there is particular proper shape over here. You see, you know what, under this processor there are like 4 dots guys. 1, 2, 3. Actually there are 3 dots. So in this dot you would see left hand side dot, right hand side dot, and a small dot over there. But you gonna have an arrow indication down to your left hand side. So this is the processor where you need to go ahead and have the indication. In the lid also, it's clearly mentioned that when you're installing the processor, see here is that particular indication. So you need to install the processor in this particular way. I am going ahead and taking this out, and I'm installing the processor exactly to the symbol what exactly it is been suggesting guys. Very simple. I have went ahead and I have slowly touched it guys. Do not press it hardly. Motherboard may break up because it has 700 LGA particular slots. Be very careful guys. You know what, you just need to go ahead and lock this now. Very simple. Slowly you just go ahead and lock it. The moment you lock it, look at the hinge action, how it is happening. So here you go. Now your processor is been installed successfully. Now do you see the four particular corners, right? In those corners you need to install your fan which comes along with the SMPS. Guys, the thermal paste is already present inside the box, but if it is not enough, if you are actually accidentally you messed up with that and you wanted, which I did it honestly, you can see some marks, but anyhow I'm pasting it because I don't have the extra thermal paste at the moment. Because thermal paste, what is the necessity of it? If anyone doesn't know, what it can do is, it just, for example, जब आप PC यूज कर रहे हो, कई सारे पीपल को लगता है कि लैपटॉप नीचे से हीट हो रहा है, सीपीयू हीट हो रहा है, गर्म हवा प्रोड्यूस करने लग रहा है। उसका मतलब ये होता है कि लैपटॉप को कूलिंग करने के लिए थर्मल पेस्ट का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। सो यू नो व्हाट, टू यूज द थर्मल पेस्ट इन योर पर्टिकुलर सीपीयू exactly on the top of the processor, it's mandatory if you want it for the functioning to be very cool. So guys, you know what, anyhow, any particular way, whichever you like, you can go ahead and install the particular fan. In my case, for example, my motherboard is like this, right? So I would install in this particular shape, so that in the transparent glass it looks like the particular logo as Intel over there. Let me just quickly go ahead and properly add it over there. That's it, guys. See, that's it. I have went ahead and have taken those holes. In the new processors, guys, they have given an excellent way. You just need to press. You would see some noise. See. So it has been installed successfully. I am actually doing it like this again to check it out whether it is properly did it or not. You can literally, you can check it. Okay, if something isn't there, okay, that's it. You just need to one minute, guys. So guys, you know what, I have installed the particular fan which has the four particular nuts over here. So this is in the latest way, guys, not like just taking in a screws and all. I thought that we would have some screws, but not like that. It just that gently, if you just press 1 2 1 2 like that and you just rotate it, it would just go. Like, it's tricky, guys. If you like still see, like you can see I have removed it right now. I'm just showing you because I was actually figuring it out how to go ahead and tight it. If you would know that I made any mistakes, you can comment it in the video that no, this is the wrong way to go ahead and install the fan. I can do it, correct it myself. Basically, what did I do over here is I am actually, see, like this. If you can see, I don't know whether you are able to, but anyhow, so I'm just pressing it gently and I am tightening it. That's it, guys. Here also, see, very pretty much simple. I have went ahead and I've tightened it over here, like you can see. Like you can see, it's completely tightened. But anyhow, some part of the thing you would definitely feel that, okay, see, look at this. Now it's been tightened. So now, do you see this particular stuff? Like you would see it here. This is the CPU fan. Okay, so this is the CPU fan. Along with that, it would just come with that following pin, right? So in this particular pin, it is coming as here in the board, you would see something called as a CPU fan. Exactly, most of the CPU fans will have it exactly like next to the RAM slots. In this particular motherboard, there are 4 RAM slots. That's the reason you're seeing the CPU fan over here. What do you need to do? You need to go ahead and gently press that particular CPU fan over there. That's it, guys. No more particular stuff. Here there is a lock button. You must be confusing whether we need to do it in this way, whether we do it in that way. Very simple. Here is one lock. Here is one lock. You just need to go ahead and install that. But make sure while you are actually making that particular thing, try to go ahead and arrange it properly. Like the way in my particular case, I am arranging it behind for the particular stuff. And like this, I am going ahead and I am installing the CPU fan. That's it, guys. Gently have pressed it. We are done installing the processor. That's it, guys. It's very simple. We have done with installing the processor of Intel i5 12th generation. On the top of it, we have installed the fan with the hollowing hinges on the motherboard. We are good. It's time for us to install the RAM on exactly here. I'm going to install, this is a DIMM slot number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So I'm going to install this XPG Lancer RGB DDR5 memory 16 GB RAM here. So let me quickly go ahead and install it. You wanted to know about the details about this RAM, you can literally check out the other particular videos, and you can go ahead. Guys, you know what, see, installation RAM is very simple. You just need to check out where exactly it is. See, in my particular case, I am going ahead and directly installing it over here in the RAM particular one. If you feel that RAM 2 is not, you can also do it on the RAM 2. I am actually for a space. I just think there is some, I don't want that particular problem. So I am going ahead and I'm actually pasting it on the, like this. There you go. Okay. Do you think that my RAM has been successful? No. See, it's once you click it, guys, be very gentle. Do not do it on the table. Now I understand why people will say not to do it on the table. Do it over the box, because when you are pressing something, you will literally feel like the board is going to break. But in this case, in this board will not happen, because trust me, the build quality is really strong that you will feel that okay, the strongness, okay. But anyhow, guys, like if you apply a lot of force, of course there are chances that it can break. So you know what, wire management to any particular components inside the CPU, it's very important, because as you can see over here in this following thing, this particular fan, it's not touching any component, because the component get heated. That's the reason you just need to do a wire management properly, so that your wires are not catching that particular heat inside it. So this is that particular part which I am going to talk now, guys. It is the most important thing. People will have a challenge in terms of going ahead and installing the SSD. Guys, I'm taking out all the unnecessary components from here so that it should not confuse you what exactly I'm doing. Just allow me a quick minute. Now I am going to rotate my motherboard. Okay, so this, do you see this? Do you see this slot, right? So here is what where I was expecting that I need to go ahead and install my SSD. Okay, so for that, let me just slowly go ahead and check. Okay, see, you know what, this is very important, guys. People will feel like any screwdriver they would insert. You cannot do that. Anything whichever you have, be very careful. See, in my case, I have got the exact screwdriver for this, as you can see. Even though if it is not perfect, let me just go ahead and do it with this. Yeah, guys, this particular screw, the thing what you are talking, it is not easily available in the market. This is also useful for the MacBook Pros to open, so you can look at the size of this, and you may have a challenge to for the screws purpose. But trust me, if you don't have a proper screwdrivers, installation would be very typical. So better to buy any particular screwdriver which has a lot of add-ons with it, so that anything, not only this particular thing, in the future also, if you are planning to go ahead and make sure you take it out, anything you can do so with this. Very simple, guys, nothing much. It's not some like science or something where you would be confused about this, and later you can literally go ahead. See, nicely it came with that proper cooling pad. This is actually a cooling pad, guys. Let me tell you, like when you install your SSD, automatically it comes with a cooling pad. After doing a research, I figured out that this particular XPG SSD what we have, right, we go get two components. No, this is a sticker for especially for the cooling purpose. We need to go ahead and paste it. So here you go. This is the SSD. I'm currently taking it out. Okay, I'm placing it everything. Guys, this is an, as you already know, S70 blade 1 TB SSD. It can work along with the PS5 for the gaming purpose, and it is an excellent sort of the SSD where we would be going ahead and doing it. Guys, now I would show you the slot, how exactly it looks like before I install. See this. After taking it out, do you see some particular slot over here, guys? Look at this slot. See, look at this particular slot, how exactly it is. I don't know whether I'm able to focus it properly or not. I'm really sorry for that, but I have no option because this is the initial start of my career, I would say. So you guys need to go ahead and support me in terms of that. But anyhow, so just check out that I'm actually focusing that particular part of the SSD which I wanted to show. Where would I go ahead and install that? So I would go ahead and install over here what you are able to see where I am focusing it right now. So here I am, this is that particular slot where you would just put your SSD pin inside that, and you literally go ahead and close the door. So now if you see your SSD and if you see that particular hinge, you can see there are like too many pins. This is how I indicate myself. There are too many pins, so I need to insert in this particular way. Right guys, it's very simple. In this particular way I need to insert it, right? So now what would I do over here is I will try to figure out where would I need to go ahead and paste this particular sticker, because this is also important. I don't want it to do it. Very simple guys. You see this particular mark over here in the on the top of it itself. I would paste it like this. That's it. So that now it's looks like a proper SSD. Okay, now let me go ahead and take this paste slowly like that. Okay, hold the particular SSD in this particular way. You have the SSD now. Now what I am going to do is make sure your border is aligned with this properly so that you would not mess up with anything. That's it guys. I'm very bad at it, but trust me, people are even more bad than this. Anyhow, I have actually did it finally. Okay, I finally went ahead and pasted it somehow. Now it's perfect. It's perfect, nothing much you can see. If you do slide here and there, make sure you can, I think it's removable guys, but removing, of course guys, you should know this, the paste, stick to it. It's like very strong. If you literally take it out, the components inside it may come out. I don't know, it will come out, it will not come out of course, but it may damage it. So you could just got to be very careful over there to do such sort of an installation. If you feel that something is messing up, you can later on stage you can cover it, or if you think that okay you messed up and you need an expert's advice, you can do so on the later stage, but do not mess up after you spend so much. Okay guys, so now I would go ahead and install this SSD like this guys. As you can see how I'm installing it, like neatly I'm installing it. Check it out. See, that's it. I have went ahead and I have pasted it. Now I would take my particular thing, how it was before. I would like to just go ahead and install it like that. Okay, anyhow, let me first do it properly. If I have missed out anything, guys, these are very sharp. I can literally feel the sharpness when I'm actually trying to put it, it just I can see that pain. So yeah, anyhow, pain doesn't matter. See, these are the things which you need to be careful. Anyhow, the first thing is you need to apply this hinge on this particular stuff. 1 minute. Let me go ahead and screw it properly. Okay guys, so you know what, there are like two ports over here. One is the Lightning Generation 5 port, which can go, it is compatible with PCI 4.0 devices. Another one is like M.2 Shield like FRO ZR. So this is for the faster transfer speed guys. So if you are planning to go ahead and install some SSD over here, you need to purchase this particular SSD so that you can install it properly. And let me go ahead and just do it for you. Now, as you can literally see, it is what happened is since I was not able to install this properly, so I have went ahead and I have again tightened the screws guys. Okay, so now here is the SSD slot which I was talking about, which is compatible with PC4. So like along from the motherboard itself, You just need to attach it from the motherboard itself. You're gonna get such sort of a pins. Of course, here it would be name of that, like this is M2 screws it is written as. So you can take this particular screw and you can literally go ahead and paste it. Okay, see this, these are the small things which you got to be very careful, because you know what, it would just go ahead and mess up, guys. It seems very easy, you know, it is actually not. People think that it is easy sometimes, but it is. There is no doubt, if you do it once or twice like that, it is easy. You can see, guys, I have went ahead and I've installed it successfully. You know what, like especially when you're opening some nuts and when you're pasting it, you need to be careful, guys. Do it with patience. Do not just like you or needed to do something and you did. Okay, anyhow, guys, forget about all that. Here we have installed successfully the processor. On the top of it we have installed the fan. Here is the RAM which we have installed. You can also install on the slot 1, guys. I have used slot 2 just to have some little space. Yeah, nothing else, but you can still go ahead and install that particular into the slot 1. Here is the PCI 4.1 where we have installed the SSD. As you can see, now our SSD has been installed, RAM has been installed, processor has been installed, SSD has been installed, motherboard is ready. It's time to give the power connection. So for that we need to install the SMPS box. Okay, we have went ahead and we have successfully installed RAM, SSD, processor on the motherboard. It's time for us to go ahead and install the SMPS box. Of course, guys, it comes with a power cord, as you already know. So you like, this is the like 50 watts SMPS, by the way. So yeah, let me just quickly open it. This is how exactly it looks like, guys. It comes with the screws. When we are completely installing on the CPU, we would use this, and it's power cord too. Okay, so for now I'm keeping it aside, and let me just open this, take this out. That's it, done. Keeping it aside. Now you can see this bulk, if I'm more like call like a Hulk. Anyhow, let me open this, guys. Do not mind if I am actually taking a lot of time, because you know, right, this things has to be done with the patience, else one or the other thing will mess up, and again you would literally hold your head and you'll think that, oh my god, I spent so much and I couldn't do. These are the too many wires if you would be plugged in. Oh my god, this would require some technical things, stuff. Where do I need to go ahead and keep it, guys? Very simple, nothing much. This power cord, do you see this? Okay, like it's basically true or false symbol, where you would have 1 for true and O for false, like a binary code number. This is the power code. In this power cord, you would just install that power cord symbol, and then you would plug it to the power supply and you will turn on. This box would turn on, the fan will spin, but it will supply the power to using the switches, and it will connect to the motherboard. Now we need to figure out which is the pin where we need to go ahead and install in our motherboard, so that all the components will get the power supply and our CPU runs at a faster pace. So let me just put this power supply at here. Let me just keep aside over here. Let me come back again with our main motherboard. Under the motherboard, we need to go ahead and start installing this. Now, to install this, guys, the first thing you need to consider over here is, like, you would have certain pins. There are like too many pins like coming up over here. So I found I would first choose the pin which is the main pin. So I would just try to take out that particular main pin, like from this particular you know, the wires, as you can see over here. And I have went ahead and I am taking that particular stuff out slowly. It's like a snake, guys. Trust me, the build quality is really amazing. I personally like it. You need to go ahead, see, when this particular component is under CPU, it will not come on the top of the fan, but it has to be installed over here. So this is the way it is supposed to be installed, guys, like this actually. So you need to literally go ahead and paste it here. See, it is completely set up like that. When we are in the SMPS box, it is very easy. You can literally go ahead and install this, guys. That's it. For now, I haven't plugged in because I need to directly go ahead and do it under the CPU, so that's why I have kept it in this particular way. I'm just showing you which is the plug where you need to go ahead and plug in. So this is nothing but SMPS plug, guys. Basically it is called as ATX power one. This is the ATX cable where you would require to go ahead and then install over there. That's it, guys, you're done. And then the other particular components where you would require to go ahead and have it. So just allow me a quick moment. I would just check the names over here which is present, and I would match it with the names. As you can see here, for every pin there is one name, like JUAD1, this is the pin, RGB1, system fan 3, and JTBT1 and JRGB like version 2, JBTE USB plugins. Here all this particular pin comes with one certain name, so you need to figure out those particular names matching with your SMPS box, and you need to go ahead and paste it. If you need more instructions, you can go ahead and refer to the actual user manual comes along with the power supply, and you can literally figure out which particular plug needed to be installed at what. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. As you already know, this is an SMPS box. I was actually did a slight particular research so that you would not have any issues in terms of installing this. See, guys, SMPS contains the following pins. One is the ATX power cord. Okay, this is called as an ATX power cord, which contains the certain pins, and in the particular following motherboard, exactly after the DIMM slot of the RAM where you install it, you would see this particular big pin. See, like overall the CPU, overall the motherboard, you will not be able to find a big pin which matches with this. So you can literally say that, okay, this is the ATX power pin from the SMPS to the ATX pin. We just need to go ahead and look at its direction. See, I'm just going ahead in the SMPS, and I am actually going ahead and putting it over here, guys. I didn't install it. It is just to go ahead and show you, because I'm going to install it on the computer directly. Now comes the next particular plugin, guys. So this particular plugin is basically called as a CPU. So CPU power. How would we go ahead and give a CPU power? Where is our CPU, guys? Where did we install our CPU? Of course, this is the CPU. This is the processor where we have installed the central processing unit. On the top of it, you would see a fan. This particular fan is connected to the CPU fan over here. Now this particular CPU, do you see this power socket 1 over here? The CPU power 1. You just need to see its indications. For example, it has been indicated in that particular way, and you just need to plug in. That's it. See, our CPU is being done so that it will supply the power to the CPU. Now CPU will run it will run the fan. The fan will also run with the help of this particular slot. Now entire motherboard gets the power with the ATX power 1. Now comes our main particular part which you need to know. See, we have installed RAM is automatically, it will take a power from the motherboard, whereas the SSD also, which we have installed, it also automatically take the power from the motherboard itself. The next plug which we would be need to go ahead and look for is we have something called as PCIe. So this particular plug, what is the specialty of this is, do you see this particular slot? Do you see this particular slot? People usually go ahead and install the graphic card to go ahead and install additional setup of the monitors, or to have a great performance in terms of the gaming and all the stuff. So people usually install the graphic cards, right? On the graphic card itself, you would get on the top of it, on the top of the graphic card, where you go ahead and literally go ahead and plug in those particular points on the top of the graphic card. So this particular PCIe slot being used over there. So I think this is not useful in my case because I haven't have any graphic card. So additionally, in the future, if I have any graphic card, I would be installing this PCI plugs over there. For now, I would keep it aside. The next particular slot comes like a 4 particular pin, which is nothing but, see, this sort of a slot you would not be able to find. This is just a connection of this particular fan to power on. So you know what, all this particular slot, you forget it. If you have it under any particular older motherboards, you can literally go ahead and paste it. You would have only one particular plug which can matches with this. This is that particular thing where you would see diagonal to your SSD. What I am going to do is very simply, I would just go ahead and I would install over here. So you can see this has been installed. If you want, you can install it in this particular way. That's it guys, done. Now our CPU will take the complete system, fan and everything, power. Now guys, you know what the additional particular thing is, this is basically useful for the floppy drives or any other RGB lights which you are planning to apply it, which in the future, if you wanted to, we would go ahead, we would require for example, to turn on the computer, to restart the computer, we would require certain pins, right? So we go ahead and need to plug in over there. So those are the things which we would be using this particular plugin. And not only that, you have a SATA drives, HSD, if you are planning to install it on your CPU, those particular times you would have certain particular cables where you can go ahead and connect it and you can use it. Guys, this is also similarly to that, but let me just go ahead and literally go ahead and install this particular SMPS now inside the CPU and test it if it is working or not. So this is what exactly I wanted to talk about, like especially for the SMPS box, how to go ahead and install in our motherboard. Guys, if you like the efforts, do like and subscribe the channel. Appreciate the efforts. If you have any questions, like leave the comments below. This is the as you already know, this is a motherboard which we are actually trying to completely build the PC. So this is what it is guys, video. So here is our cabinet called Galax, right? Rev 6. So in this particular cabinet, we are going to install the motherboard and the components which are required. Guys, this is a tempered glass. I'm going to close it. Now I will turn this particular cabinet. Let's see. Okay, I have went ahead and I have turned that particular cabinet. The first thing needed to be noticed is that guys, in this particular CPU, in this particular cabinet, there are like 4 RGB fans, as you are already aware. Like on the front portion there are 3 and on the rear portion there is 1. And on the top you're gonna see the start button, the power on and off, the restart button, okay, the reset button. Basically you have the 2 USB slots of 2.0, one of USB 3.0. You have a headset and a microphone jack, of course. If you see underneath, okay, let me just show you the underneath of it. Underneath of it you would see the USB slot 3 is being connected to here, whereas the additional USBs and everything is being connected to this chip. Followed by, it comes like under the cable management slot for this cabinet. So here you would have all the nuts which is required to fix. I don't know whether you are able to see it or not. Let me focus. Okay, there you go. So there you go. I would be able to show you. Now here in this particular slot, we would be connecting some power modules so that it can throw the power unit to it. So now comes, let's talk about the cable. The cables. Okay. Inside this particular cable, you would see this is for the type, this is for the USB 3.0 guys, okay. So this JTQS, what you see, this is for the type 3.0, which you see over here on the top, this one, okay guys, this one. Now, here you have the HD, this is nothing but the HD audio, to have the audio particular power on it. This is again the USB 2.0 guys, where you can plug in. This is the F panel guys. F panel is basically to turn on the particular system. Now we will figure out where we will go ahead and input those particular slot in our motherboard. Before we go ahead and show you about how would we go ahead and install it into the motherboard, the first thing you should know the SMPS box thing, where we need to go ahead. This is the ATX cover, which you already know. This is okay, I will just try to separate it out. This is nothing but the CPU power. Okay, this is the PCI one, which we will put it aside. Okay guys, this is again the system turn on and turn off particular plug. Do you see this? This particular stuff, we would need to go ahead and plug it over here like this. Okay, that's it. I'm not doing it as of now, so I'm just showing you that's how you go ahead and plug it. Let me bring my motherboard. So here, you know what, these are the plugs. This is the main important thing. Most of the people would go blank over here. What do I need to do? There are too many cables of my cabinet and I need to connect to the motherboard. Guys, it's very simple. Not this particular motherboard, as you know that I'm using B760. Okay, 670, like that. But anyhow, even if you don't use this particular motherboard, if any motherboard is there, you just need to be cautious. Okay, what I mean is, like, see, there's a HD audio. Do you see this J audio one jack? And you see this particular 1 2 3 4 5 pins. One pin is being blank over here. There are just 4 pins. Under this, I would see the same thing. What I would do is I would just simply go ahead and I would attach this here. That's it, guys. My audio plugin is being done. Right now I'm doing it softly because I need to install it down there. I'm showing it from there. So this audio jack comes over here like this. You will plug in, hold it tight, it will be done. So next particular is USB type 2.0. So do you see this particular slots over here written as USB 1 and USB 2? So under this particular USB 1, there is one particular slot is missing and it is matching with this. I would go ahead and I would install this like this. That's it, guys. It has been pasted. And for USB type O, I would just first let me take this out. Okay, here is the USB plug. What you see, let me take this out too. First thing, okay, this is the nuts. I would take it aside. You can see this is the belts for that. Now here is the USB type C. We will do a proper cable management later. I would show you. Do you see this 3.0? Do you see JUSB 3? You just need to plug in over here like this, guys. Sorry for that. Yeah, that's it. You just need to plug in, it would just go inside it. That's it, done. So this is also is done. Okay, now comes the main part. The main part is nothing but the F panel, guys. F panel is something you would see one slot is missing and one down here. This is FP1, F panel 1 basically. Okay, F panel, FP1. So here you would see like this and you just need to install this. That's it, guys. Nothing, there is no signs at all. This is how you go ahead and take a Galax cabinet or beat it any cabinet you have, and you can go ahead and install such way. Now it's time for us to take the motherboard and put it inside, screw it properly, attach everything, do the proper cable management, install the SMPS, turn on the CPU. Guys, you know what, this is just particular part which I wanted to explain. If you like the efforts, please like and subscribe the channel and stay tuned. Thank you. As you guys see, guys, the CPU is running right now. So this is the way which I've configured. Like, you know what, guys, the only one problem when I was trying to configure that, the SMPS box was completely down. I don't know what was the fucking reason on that, but I couldn't be able to make it. Sorry for my words. And then later on I tried using this FPS box, which is a 440 watts again, but I am going to change it very soon. So only for you I have tried connecting it. Guys, you can see how trendy it is looking like. It's completely out of the motherboard. Here is the RAM, here is the SSD, here is the CPU fan which is running right now, and apart from that, this is the way it is being completely out. I have moduled it where you can see the actual power cable. Do you see this? The power cord is being struggled over here, and this is a F panel have connected over here. Here is the additional USB type C and all, which I am going to connect it very soon, but this is for the testing purpose where I have been used it, and you can see how beautifully this is looking like. The 3 RGB fans on the rear end, there's one fan, and the cabinet is empty. Of course, we need to install it. So this is generally, guys, and guys, you know, right, we are building a PC, so it is not comes with a preloaded Windows. It is completely like a DOS. You need to go ahead and install the bootable pen drive or something, where you need to do a boot to Windows, and then you install it. Then you can pretty much activate the Windows by following the other processes. But our job was to unbox, build a PC. We finally did that, but the only one faulty thing which I like personally had is that particular SMPS box. So I have kept it aside. As you can see, MSI things, I don't know, some issue in the CPU fan where I was actually getting an error, so that's the reason it got a little late, but finally have figured out how to go ahead and make sure and it's running up and running right now. So I'm going to install this particular CPU and I would run a performance test on my particular system. And also I need to soon get a new SMPS very soon, because note guys, this is a 440 watts of SMPS, and yeah, it's not suggested to use along with this thing. The reason I will tell you why you would not be able to use it. See, it's running up and it's running wonderful. The only problem over here is the CPU unit. You see this, right? This is a processor plugin where this 440 watts, 500 watts, it would only have the 4 sockets, but it's supposed to have the at least 8 sort of a pins. Then only you would be able to see like it is strongly supporting it, because it is for the gaming PC, right? So it's not suggested to go ahead and use 440 and all the stuff. It's not good for your motherboard. But anyhow, for a time being, just for the testing purpose, I did it. I would going to install the same SMPS box. Let's see what's gonna happen till I get the another one, or maybe I would arrange it in the weekend. Let's see what's going to happen. Thank you guys. If you like the video, do subscribe the channel. Comment if you have any questions on this. I would like to literally go ahead and reply it. Guys, I would also coming up the video to build a PC within 15,000. Guys, you already know within 10,000 no one can go ahead and build a PC at this particular point of time, but anyone does that, really great. But I don't know, I'm not able to get the budget into the cost. So I've already got a cabinet for that to build a PC within 15,000. So I'm also getting the components to that. So soon I'm going to run the build PC within 15,000, like a budget PC which you would be seeing it very soon. Thank you guys, have a good day, bye bye. Literally see, I have went ahead and I have installed the graphic card under my system. So this are exactly all the components, guys. Let me tell you, this is the CPU fan, the processor, the graphic card, the RAM. Look at the RGB. I don't know whether you are seeing the color variants or not, but let me literally show you. This is how exactly it's looking like right now. This is an SMPS box, 450 watts. I have literally did a jugaad again, but I would make sure I would get 750 or 650 watts and put it a proper graphic card and show it to you. But yeah, this is the installation, guys, letting you just know. So post installation, after installing the graphic card, guys, note, if you are using an F prefix graphic card, make sure because that would not work. You need a external graphic card, of course. So inside that particular graphic card, you need to attach this, the thing. So that is the main reason, guys. So you know what? See, this is what exactly the screen looks like right now, and we can go ahead and make it happen. So this is the CPU, guys. As you can see, the CPU frequency is 2.5. but I think it can be improved. See, the current memory which I am getting, it's around 800 megahertz. This is from AData. As you can see, the temperature is 32 Celsius. Here is the storage. Storage is in present. It's saying that it already have 1 terabyte, guys. As you can see in M.2 the 2 series, in the first slot is not present. Second slot S70 blade is present for 1 terabyte, guys. You can see. Okay, memory it is like 4800 megahertz I'm getting at, but I don't know because like it is written as 6000 megahertz, but it's showing as just 4800 megahertz. I'm not sure. If you know it, please do go ahead and just let me know. And this is the storage which I've already showed you. Fan information, guys. As you can see, this is the fan temperature 40 degrees, and as well as system fan temperature, and the program like pump fan. I don't have a pump fan anyhow. But this is what exactly it, guys. Everything is been working. You can literally check out if you need any help. So this is what exactly it is. CPU is like 2.5, guys. So you can see that P cores